Welcome, Cancer. This is your weekly focus for the week of June the 17th. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. And let's go right to the cards. And see what they will reveal for this upcoming week. Okay, our underlying energy. Start there. Look at that. We have the Seven of Cups for our underlying energy. So this is going to be a week of a lot of different choices, a lot of different directions to go. I believe the sun is moving into your sign this week, so happy birthday. So with that, we blow out the candles and we put our wishes out there, and not just in one area of our life, but all areas of our life. So we have to kind of understand what we're asking for. Otherwise, it's kind of like we're going to receive all these little cups, and there's going to be good stuff in there, but there might be bad stuff too. So we really want to... this is the time to sit down and really write out your goals, your dreams, your desires. The next 10 years, the next 5 years, the next year, and even the next week here. This is knowing what you want to ask for, knowing what you want to step into. 1 week is a little short, actually. What you want to fill your cup with. So there's so many different directions you can go right now. I think you've had a lot of closure over the last week or so, and it's going to be a little bit more. You're going to be, also understanding what you don't want in those cups. And letting some things go and moving them into the rearview mirror. Temperance is our first card. Temperance is about having a balance and our own individual balance, okay? It doesn't match anybody else's on the planet. What makes you feel grounded, what makes you feel secure, what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel a sense of harmony, a sense of joy, a sense of laughter, a sense of success, prosperity, abundance. And what does that look like to you? And how do you represent that in your day-to-day life? What things do not align with your true values, your true goals? I think those are the things that we have to look at. We have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords, and it's going to be our center card to boot. So there's a lot of healing that needs to happen here. There's definitely emotional self-care that needs to take place. I don't think because it's in the middle that, we could encounter some of this actually. We could have encountered some kind of, no, I'm not really getting it. I'm really not getting us encountering this as much as we are allowing those clouds to break open and let the light down and to be enlightened, to be, to allow our sorrows to go up as much as we allow the healing to come within. And we have the Eight of Swords, so we get new perspectives, new understandings of where we felt trapped, where we felt we couldn't move forward, where we felt, that we couldn't get in alignment with our dreams. We couldn't step into a goal, a dream, a desire. This is a time when we can have those new beginnings, those new starts, because we have a new understanding coming in. It's a clarity. We see something that we never saw before, or we get some kind of knowledge gained underneath this energy. But this is really our observations, our perceptions change, and where we thought we couldn't go forward, we now realize that we absolutely can. And maybe we were gifted something to allow that to happen, or maybe we understand something for the first time clearly. Maybe we gained some kind of knowledge or wisdom. Maybe we expand our horizons enough, or we back away from the wall enough to see. Overriding this whole energy is, well, this is the marriage card. So perhaps some of you are getting married. Some of you are getting a proposal happening here. But this is about embracing partnerships in our life. This could be a best friend. This could be a partner in business. This could be a boss. This could be a coworker, somebody in the community that you work with or engage with. And it's about, even though we only have those 4 wands in the ground, we have actually taken steps towards abundance, happiness, joy, laughter, prosperity, perhaps, stature, perhaps. And we need to celebrate these moments. The small mundane moments, and really tap into the harmony and the beauty of the experience, of the moment, of the little things that we accomplish. After a big dinner, you and another family member wash and put away the dishes. And so it's about celebrating that. Hey, let's have a glass of wine or a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or something or maybe we can have dessert now. We've cleaned up that whole mess. We deserve it, right? Because we've worked for it. And it's about celebrating each other and how we coexist together and how we grow together. Oh my gosh, my cards. See, I have to break down the set every time, and then I have to kind of reorganize my whole brain. I got to train myself each and every time. What are we doing here? We have this. Oh, this card was our overriding energy. That's what I'm doing. Okay, sorry guys. Just in my own little world here. Okay, there we are. Okay, supporting this energy. Supporting this energy is the 6 of Pentacles. This is our relationships with each other. This is where we give and where we take, who needs what, who is clinging to us, wanting more and more and more, or who always has their hand out, who is deserving of it, who brings us in. How we interact is how we stay in balance. We have the scales there. We have the pentacles for the abundance of love, of joy, of celebration, of partnerships. Absolutely. It could mean that. It could be grounding oneself in knowing of the gift we are when we give ourselves to another. It's about drawing maybe some healthy boundaries with some relationships in our life. Maybe collaborating and working together to have something that's more in harmony, more of a win-win situation within the relationship. If we look at work and career, this is usually a gift that comes in for what you have been of service to in the past. So, if you've done charitable work, it might come through in a different way for you. But this is understanding the balance in our relationships. Some of the information we get could actually break our heart. We could see the truth for the first time, right? This, we've got this card here where we see things for the first time clearly. So we may, find a hidden truth that it doesn't match our morals, or it doesn't match our values. It's something that we wouldn't openly accept, or there has to be conversations about it, or they've been distrustful in some way or unsupportive in some way, and some of those people will break your heart. Some of it is, if you're dealing with somebody that has an abuse problem, okay, where they just keep coming back and, begging you for any kind of help, and your heart goes out to them, and maybe this time if you help them, something will change. Where maybe tough love is now needed. But it's also about celebrating those things within the relationships too. It's not taking the relationship for granted, but embracing that relationship. We're getting a lot on relationship here. As we walk into the week, well, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles, we walk in with the Yes card. So I don't know what you showed up for in hopes of hearing, but I know when I'm on a one-to-one with a client and that card comes up, and now I've put it in first place in the week, especially. So whatever your question was, even if you didn't tell me personally what your question was, this is the Yes card. This is saying it's doable. It's absolutely doable, but first we need to make sure that we are in alignment with our values, with what we want to take forward with us, the people we want to take forward with us, the environments we want to step into that make us feel, give us that peace of mind. And that might include some healing. Absolutely, but we gain new perspectives and new understandings as we leave the week. We have the Empress, so we're very strong. This is a time when we can mentor ourselves. We're very strong as the diplomat. We're very strong at the intuitive. It's all about creation. It's all about planting the seeds. Where do we want to plant the seeds of our tomorrow? It's very much about the new beginnings and the new starts and what we want to give birth to. And giving it some thought, and that's, and that stems off of gaining a new perception. Okay, so now we go to work and career, which is the Eight of Cups. You may see a brand new path open up to you with the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is all about, we're looking into our horizon of our tomorrow. We're seeing this new path forward. And behind us are the cups. The cups represent the things that we do love, appreciate, lean on in our life, the things that do feel comfortable, but it's also the things that have stagnated us, if that makes any sense. So we know that we need to move away from that, to take that new step, to, it's like you want to go forward in your career, but that means for moving from the 5th floor to the 9th floor, and you don't want to leave. You've been working for 5 years with these people on the 5th floor, and you know when their kids' birthdays are, and when the anniversaries are, and what time they usually take vacation, and why, and you become like a family in of itself. But we know that we need to leave that comfort and that safety and that security behind and go out and meet new people on the 9th floor as we take that promotion and move forward in our life. Some kind of healing also allows us to move forward. So it could have been you're coming out of a relationship where they told you shouldn't, or you couldn't, or you mustn't, or you can't, or you've always been told that maybe. And this is where you know that you can now. You know that this was, your path all along. And then you're stepping into this new path, leaving behind the known. But the known was a false sense of truth or a false sense of security in many ways. And you come to light of seeing that in some way. For relationships, we have the Queen of Cups. Well, you can only give of yourself, of what you believe yourself worthy of, capable of. So it all stems from self-love. Now with the Queen of Cups, she sits there very contently. She's in a very serene surrounding. She's, kind of looking at that cup and wondering, remember we have the cups, all the cups. So now we're getting serious here. And so this could be very much what we want in a relationship, what we don't want in a relationship, where we want that relationship to go. Very much. It could be a whole bunch of different choices here in relationships on where you're going to go. So maybe you are starting to enter the dating world. Maybe you are leaving a relationship. Maybe you are healing from a relationship. Maybe you're just in the friendship stage of the relationship, but you really want it to be something more. Is what do you want to fill that cup with? What kind of joy, what kind of harmony, what kind of beauty when it comes to love, when it comes to your relations? Set some goals for how you want to bring in sensuality and romance. Candlelit dinners and moonlight walks on the beach if you want. Maybe it's security, maybe it's financial security, maybe it's growing a home, maybe it's growing a family. Really, where do you want that relationship to go? Maybe you want to travel the world with them. Maybe you want to start a business with them. How are you going to co-create within that relationship? How are you going to fill that cup? How are you going to make it overflowing? For our final cup, and we're going to lay it over the Three of Swords, is the Strength card. So through our healing comes great strength, comes great wisdom, comes a new sense of authenticity, to go forward, to build in our relationships, to be able to give more of ourselves. to be strong and accept the new possibilities of our tomorrow, to step into a new path that we've always dreamed of, always imagined. Or it could be something brand new that just shows up out of nowhere because you see a path forward where you never have before. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.